She said, put a big black baby in me. And then turn around a couple months later and sued him for sexual assault. Nah, that's crazy work. That's crazy. Man, I'm disappointed. Man, Shannon.
See, he denying everything and calling it a shakedown because she tried to get the money. See, he say the relationship was consensual, even alleging she initiated certain fantasies, role playing. And get this, look, the attorney say she didn't actually turn down a $10 million settlement before.
What is up, YouTube? My name is Happiness and welcome to my channel. So I'm just gonna say it like this, nah. So eventually, whenever you're a man and then you're not with a partner or you're not married, what happens is that you're an easy target. So like Mr. Shannon Sharpe over here, he's an easy target because he has not settled down. So look at Jay-Z. The very same lawyer who's suing Shannon tried to sue Jay-Z and he failed. But look at Diddy at the moment. What's happening with Diddy? Because of the case of not settling down and getting married, now he is suffering the consequences of that. So yes guys, that's what's happening. But let's look at this video to understand what Shannon is saying in this video.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Buzbee want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Okay, let's look at some comments to which some users wrote. So one user said, you got to find a wife, bro. This is gonna keep on happening. Another one wrote, if you were married, all this wouldn't be the case. All this wouldn't be the case. Okay, so yes guys, so you heard, eventually if you're not settled down, then that's the case. But let's look at these videos so that you can understand what people have to say. But yes, if you're settled down, it's not more likely that you'll be messing around. You see, I don't know, but some men do, but in most cases it's not that often that it happens to most men that are married. But yes guys, let's look at these videos from our brothers who have some stuff to say, because you know, the brothers have a bit of advice for Mr. Shannon and a bit of a point of view on their thoughts of how they feel about the way Mr. Shannon is acting lately. So let's check these videos out.
First, we have to talk about what a settlement means, just because it's been so unclear, where people assume when you make a settlement offer, that means that you're automatically guilty or that you've done the underlying action. Actually, it's a math equation, believe it or not. When you have a lawsuit that is pending, you speak to your lawyers and they talk to you about the probability. So if he's being sued for $50 million, stay with me here, Dan, and the lawyer says, Shannon, there's a 10% chance of this happening, of the victory against you, of you losing. 10% of 50 million is $5 million bucks. That means the value of the lawsuit is $5 million bucks. But the legal fees are going to be $8 million, no matter what. If you have no liability or if you're found liable for $50 million, you're going to pay me $8 million. That's a total of $13 million. That's when you go to the other side and you say, I'll give you 10. That doesn't mean I did it. Doesn't mean I didn't do it. It's called a nuisance settlement amount, and it's discovered through a simple math equation based on probability. And that's all it does. So when the 10 million was offered, now people go crazy. Oh my God, how can you be so stupid as to say you didn't do it and then offer 10? That's how.
She said, put a big black baby in me. And then turn around a couple months later and sue them for sexual assault. Nah, that's crazy work. That's crazy. I know I make videos on the internet, but I would genuinely hate to be a celebrity. You could put in years of time, effort, work, years of grinding, and it could all just be taken away like that with one line. I do feel bad for Shannon Sharpe, man. He been putting in work for years, right after he left Skip Bayless, and now that he want to sign at 100 M's just because he wanted to get some. He about to lose all his money, bro, to a liar at that.
Man, I'm disappointed. Man, Shannon. Come on, Shannon. You too old to be making them goofy moves like this, man. You too old for this, man. I'm disappointed. You know, man, I've been proud of Shannon Sharpe because, he been, look, he got his podcast going. He broke off from Skip. He got his ESPN thing. The man moving up. He got his cognac going. He going in the right direction. They got this $100 million contract that's on the floor right now to be discussed. Man, and you making these goofy moves like this, man, you too old for this, bro. You a country boy. I know you done heard somewhere down the line, don't think with your head down low. I know you done heard this, bro. If you got a sickness, man, with these females, man, take care of that, bro. Look at you, man. You on top, man. You're a good looking man. You in shape. You making good money. You can't tell me you can't find you a dime piece that you can hook up with and build with. You can't tell me that, bro. If you got a sickness, man, where you got to get all these little females, you got a sex situation, man, where you got to have sex all the time, man, if it's out of control, man, if you need help, man, go get help. Get you a real nice, good looking female. They out here that's going to collaborate with you, bro. That's going to collaborate with you and that's going to build with you. Not trying to step into your pocket, man. Don't get me wrong, man. Any man can fall. Any man can fall. There's some nice looking women out here. But at your age, man, come on, man. You got to be sharper than that. You making young man mistakes, bro. You making young boy mistakes. That move right there with with these females, bro, you getting trapped like this. Come on. I'm disappointed. And I'm disappointed because, man, you a solid brother. You solid, man. You out here doing some good things, man. But brother's proud of you out here. You making these goofball moves? Come on, Shannon. Get it in order, my man.
Sharpe, listen, on this Shannon Sharpe situation, things are heating up fast. Listen, I got an update for you. So this woman then filed a $50 million lawsuit in Nevada against Sharpe, accusing him of rape, battery, and emotional distress. She claiming their relationship, which started in 2023 when she was 20 years old. Talking about it involved threats and stuff like that. Control, and even recordings of intimate moments without her consent. Now here's where it just get wild. Sharpe's team, they firing back, but they firing back hard. See, he denying everything and calling it a shakedown because she tried to get the money. See, he say the relationship was consensual, even alleging she initiated certain fantasies, role playing. And get this, look, the attorney say she didn't actually turn down a $10 million settlement before going public. Well, you know what she trying to do. Listen, Shannon's saying like the threats and stuff on the audio clips is saying, man, y'all just taking that out of context, man. Well, Shannon is like, look, y'all taking this out of context. I'm going to go ahead and set up a counterclaim. I'm going to countersue for defamation because this woman crazy. And right now, look, it's going down. Ain't no criminal charge, but the civil lawsuit is active. I understand. Both sides are preparing for some serious legal showdown. Now listen, this is the first time I done kind of kept y'all updated on the T. But listen, hey, stay locked in, cause I'm gonna keep you updated as the whole thing unfold. Just hit the follow button. Just come on over here. Come on.
Now, Shannon Sharpe, I'm not one to kink shame. Actually, I'm lying. Because race play? Hell nah. Hell nah. TMZ just released another audio And a big black man gonna do what in public, Shannon? What? And I don't know if y'all role playing or not, but them text messages that came out yesterday where she said that she told you to use protection and she was crying and begged you not to put it you know where, that didn't seem like no role play. And then you keep talking about this is a money grab and a shakedown, but you tried to settle for $10 million during mediation before the lawsuit even became public. That's suspicious. That's weird. And even if it is a money grab, even if it is a shakedown, you deserve to be shook down. Okay? Because that girl was 19 and you was 54 when you met her. Y'all need to find people y'all own age and stop being weird. Stop being weird, because this is getting very weird.
Listen, the way Shannon Sharpe is moving, right? Granted, he's rich, famous, cool, he's successful in that aspect, but bro, when it comes to a love life, that is not the life I want to live. I do not want to be 54, 40 plus years old, or 54 years old, sleeping with 19-year-old women. Sleeping with women that only want to use me for what I can provide. Dealing with women that could potentially mess up my career, my future, or cause me so much stress. When it comes to dealing with multiple women, there's always problems. It's messy. I want to be as drama-free as possible for as long as possible. Like I said, there's always going to be problems. They can start a rumor about you, and it can mess your image up. It can mess your face card up, or you can even end up getting one of them pregnant. You could be on child support for 18 plus years. I said the same thing about Future a few months ago, and y'all was like, nah, bro, Future can never be lame. He's not lame for doing this. Future is lame for doing the same thing Shannon Sharpe is doing, and a bunch of men are doing, period, in general. We make sleeping around as men cool. Like, just being super reckless cool as men, and it's not cool.
Shannon Sharpe may have just had the worst thing happen to him that could happen to any black man in the world, okay? A relationship with a white woman going public. When I tell you there's no knowing if he will recover from this, like, tell me if I'm lying, but the black community legitimately seems to be more concerned about the fact that this is a white woman than the fact that he's being accused of SA. And that's simply how things are around here, okay? Like, if he could have taken someone's life and people would have had more sympathy for him. Dating a white woman is a cardinal sin in the community. However, I will say he is at that level that I've told you guys about, where he can forsake the community. You see it happen all the time, okay? People get money, get status, and then they're like, okay, if I'm gonna get shunned for dating these white women, it doesn't even matter because I'm so rich. And that's who he is right now. Bro's getting sued for $50 million, bro. Remember that clip where he said for $50 million that he'd go to hell? Is that all? Is that not a crazy dude? People gotta watch what they say, low key. Anyways, also with this woman, he's engaging in race play. Race play. A lot of in those texts, a lot of, big and blacks were located. Okay. And also, bro, she really wanted him to put a baby in her. But also, there's a lot with this. She was like 19 and he's in his 50s. Horrible. Like, again, given that he didn't actually SA her, right? Again, like if he SA'd her, obviously that would be the worst. But the worst element of this is absolutely that age gap. You know what I mean?
Okay guys, thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe, and let's meet up to the next one, and peace out.